Question is asked by Sahil. Question is having an ego positive or negative? Positive or negative? I write a quantity A over here and I ask you, is it positive or negative? Can you answer me? I just write an unknown quantity A over here and I ask you, is it positive or negative? Can you answer me? You can't. To know whether something is this or that, you first have to understand it. You first have to understand it. Without understanding, you would only impose a belief upon it. Sir, I believe that all A's are positive. And someone would get up and say, sir, I believe that all B's are positive and all A's are negative. All of these would be just worthless statements. Alright. So then what is the ego, Sahil? Before we declare it to be positive or negative?
So ego is something that we develop at a very, it starts developing at a very small age. The people around you, they develop an ego within you by either praising you and then developing that sense of thing that what are you in the society. And after that, when some other people comment which is against that thing, then the ego is hurt. So
the development may start at a very tender age. To that extent, you are spot on. But what if the development keeps taking place all your life? What if you are never mature enough to understand what ego is? See, till the age of around 12 or 13, the brain is not yet fully ripe, not yet fully developed. Brain is the seat of intelligence. An underdeveloped brain cannot give you the faculty of discrimination. So it is understandable that you are fed with ego identities and you keep on absorbing them. It is understandable because you are helpless. You can't do much. You are a kid. What if the process doesn't stop even after the age of 12, 13, 14? What if it continues till the age of 18, 20? What if it is still prevalent at the age of 60? Then there is a problem. You are right to the extent that ego is inevitable. What is inevitable is not called positive or negative, Sahil. You ask me whether it is positive or negative. What is inevitable is never called positive or negative. A child will necessarily absorb what is given to him. He can't do anything else. He can't avoid it. The sun rises daily. Is it positive or negative? It is inevitable. You are constantly breathing. Is it positive or negative? It is just inevitable. It is. It is. That's it. Full stop. The ego will be there. And it's alright. Initially, you are dependent on others. You are so small to give you language, to give you some practical knowledge about the world. Which side of the road to walk, whom to talk to and whom not to talk to. It's understandable. You are so small and defenseless, you need the advice and help of others and you absorb everything that is being shown to you. But it is inexcusable if even after the age of 13, you do not realize that all this has come from outside and this is not me, that this is all alien and foreign. For a child to believe in fancy stories is alright. For a child to live in Alibaba tales and Aesop's fables is alright. for a child to just take whatever the world is telling him can be pardoned. It has to be pardoned. Not when you are 18 or 20. If at 18 or 20 you are still living with the same notions that were handed over to you by external factors, by the entire process of evolution, that is called physical conditioning, and by the individuals around you, that is called social conditioning. If you still do not see that all this is external, alien, foreign, then there arises a problem, and then you can call it negative. Alright, so at your age, to not to be able to see the falseness of ego is surely negative. Does that? So where you stand, at your position, kindly do pay attention, look directly, intelligently at your life, so that you can be free of what has been handed over to you, what keeps you in slavery, and hence you can live freely, fly freely, like a young human being. Alright? Yes, next question. Yes.
So then often we hear people saying that that chap, that guy, fella first has an ego problem.
The way we usually, colloquially use this term ego is a little misplaced. We confuse pride with ego. We confuse a particular type of attitude with ego. No. Ego is a technical word. Ego is very much a technical word in psychology. Just as an engineer knows that there is a difference between current and voltage. And there is a huge difference. These two are not similar, related but not similar. These two quantities are related but they are not similar in any case. Similarly, a student of psychology or anybody who understands the mind knows that ego is a precise term. It cannot have vague meanings that you start calling everything as ego. Someone walks all puffed up and you say he has an ego problem. No. Ego is I am. Whatever you believe to be I am, you are egoistic. I am great. This is ego. I am nobody. This equally is ego. Whenever you use I am, that becomes a statement of ego. But we think that only when someone talks big about himself or someone holds big notions about himself, only then he is displaying ego. No, wrong. If someone thinks, I have been a victim all my life, this is great ego. If someone thinks, oh, I am so humble, this again is ego. If someone thinks, I am a coward, this again is ego. Because in all of these sentences, there is something common. What's that? I am. And all these I am notions, they constitute ego because the object attached to them is external. Were you born with cowardice? No, you picked it up from somewhere along the way, as if you are on a journey and you keep picking up things from somewhere. Right? You are on a journey and you keep picking up stuff. You keep picking up stuff. No, that stuff is not you. You have picked it up. So anything that you attach to this I am would necessarily be a statement of ego. We never say a pure I am. We say I am this, I am that. And hence our I am itself is ego. Itself is ego. Are you getting it? Whenever I hold a notion about myself, that notion is called ego. Whenever I hold an idea about myself, that idea is called ego. I am a male, a Hindu, an Indian, a son, a daughter, a student, an aspiring professional, smart, handsome, introvert, extrovert, athletic, dumb, moron, lazy, incompetent. Whatsoever I think about myself, good, bad, ugly, all that is a statement of ego because I am none of that. I have picked all that up. I have picked all that up. I am not that. Some of that can be obviously seen. You didn't choose your religion, did you? So some of that is obvious, that I have picked it up, someone else handed it over to me. Some of that is a little difficult to see. For example, you may ask me, sir, how is this statement that I am a male? How is this a statement of ego? I didn't pick up my gender. I was born with it. So then I'll ask you, did you choose to be a male? Did you write any application to your parents? Please, I want to be born as a boy. Whatever comes to you from the outside is not you. Whatever is accidental in your life just happened. I have no role in it. You didn't choose your country. You didn't choose the color of your skin. You haven't chosen to be 18 or 20 at this point in time. If you identify with any of that, this is ego. The problem that you now face is you remove all these accidental things and pretty much everything vanishes. Nothing remains, right? And this vacuum is kind of terrifying because you have drawn such attachments to all these accidental things that if they are taken away, you feel scared. You feel scared, right? You at least feel uncomfortable that if this goes away, what will remain? What will remain is you. What will remain is you. And what is that you? It's not that easy to understand, but if you'll be with me, maybe you will take a step or two. You were once a kid. Today you call yourself a young man. A young, healthy, educated man. That's what you call today. So, childhood came and went. Go into this statement. Childhood came and went. You are still there. Hence, you cannot be this young man. Childhood came and went. You are still there. Now youth has come. Now youth has come. Youth will also go away. You will still be there. That's what you are. The one who watches these things come and go. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Did you go away with your childhood? Did you go away with your childhood? You are there, right? You are there. That's what you are, the observer, the witness. Everything else can be taken away, but this knowing cannot be taken away. This capacity to know, that's what you are. This intelligence, that's what you are. Are you getting it? This intelligence is what you are, which neither comes nor goes. Neither comes nor goes. This observation is what you are. The ego doesn't like to hear this, because the ego believes that my possessions is what I am. The ego believes is my possessions, all that I have accumulated, all that I have picked up, that's what I am. Alright? Yes, next question.
Sir, intelligence भी तो society से ली हुई है.
No. Intelligence can neither be given to anybody nor can it be taken away. Information can be given and information can be taken away as well. You collect information from outside, but intelligence you don't. Are you getting it? I am going somewhere. I may ask the route and get the relevant information from somebody, but that somebody is not telling me where to go. That is my own knowing. It's a crude example. just to differentiate between information and another thing, another unit. Are you getting it? You have gathered knowledge from outside, but knowing you haven't gathered. See, if you do not have the power of knowing, can you even get knowledge? I'm trying to say something to you, right? Are these chairs gaining? Forget about the chairs. Is even this camera gaining anything? It is hearing just like you hear. It is looking at me just as you look at me. In fact, it has a better memory than you have. But is this camera gaining anything? No. Because it can gather all the information that is coming to it, all the waves that are falling on it. It's recording. But it does not have the capacity to know. It will have a lot of knowledge, but knowing is impossible for it. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
You have the power of knowing. That's what you are. This camera doesn't have that. Yes, next question.
Is it possible to live in the society without ego?
If I do not know who I am, then do I know who is living? If I don't know who I am, then do I even know who is living? You say, is it possible for me, what's your name? Sandeep, you say, is it possible for me to live in the society without ego? I'll ask you, who is living in the society? If you are just a collection of external influences, then you are nowhere. I have taken something from somewhere, a few pebbles from here, Fevicol from there, a little bit of cardboard from there, some cement from there, a little bit of skin from somewhere, and I have made it wear a shirt and trousers and sweaters, and I have named it Sandeep. Now who's living?
सर अभी आपने बोला कि चाइल्डहुड आया हो गया तब भी हम थे अब भी हम हैं तो हम तो हैं ही ना
हाँ.
हैं
But then that is true only for someone who does not identify with childhood or youth. What I have said is true only for a fellow who will not claim that I am young. He will say this youth will come and go. I am the watcher. I am not the young man. Just as childhood came and went and I remained, similarly, I cannot be this young man. The body has become young, all right. And I'll enjoy. Let the body be young. So that statement can be true only for someone who realizes it. We do not realize it. We identify with our young body. Do you ever say that, my body is young? You don't say that. What do you say? Do you ever say that the leg is paining? What do you say? My leg is paining. You think all these things that you have gathered from outside, and body is a little difficult to talk of because it is difficult to understand how I can exist without the body. So don't go into that. At the beginner level it will be a little more difficult. But at least understand what is obvious. That things like relationships, like nationality, like religion, like beliefs, like your view about the world, like your goals in life, they have all come from outside, and that is what is the ego. That is what is the ego. Accumulation of foreign influences.
सर एक्सटर्नल चीज़ों को हटा के जो बचेगा वो कहेगा कि वो हम हैं मतलब मी जो एक्सटर्नल चीज़ें जो हमने गैदर की हैं उनको
हटा के नहीं, उनको एक्सटर्नल जान के. You see, I am standing in front of you. There is the arm and there is this kurta. I surely understand that this is not the arm. This is external. I have put it on. I can take it off. I understand. Does that mean I will necessarily take it off? Does that mean that I will necessarily take it off? But I must understand that this is not the arm. Understanding does not mean hatake. Understanding only means knowing a thing for what it actually is. Not being confused. Not becoming a fool. How would you call a man who would say, you know, if this gets stained and he says, मेरे ऊपर दाग लग गया, what kind of man would that be? What kind of man would that be? But you do find people who start feeling very good when they put on nice clothes. And if they do not put on nice clothes, they start feeling low. That's what stupidity is. That's what ego does to you. Because what have you done? You have identified with a foreign thing. We have identified with an external thing. So when the external thing gets stained, you feel that you have lost something.
मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि आप कह रहे हो एक्सटर्नल चीज़ों जो हम हैं जो करते हैं हटाने की जरूरत नहीं है, तो वो सोसाइटी में रह तो रहा है.
What do you mean by living in the society? You see, society is not one thing. Society is not one thing. Right now we are together, so we are a society. What would be a terrorist society like?
Group of terrorists.
Your society is what you are. There are a million societies parallelly existing. You will be found in the one which matches to your level of ignorance or intelligence. You will be found in the one which is according to your level of ignorance or intelligence. Sheep are found with sheep, wolves are found with wolves. Have you heard birds of the same feather flock together?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what do you mean by society? You change, immediately society will change. Today you are like this, hence you are found in a particular society. Do not think that there is one unit called the society. There are million societies. One creates his own society. Getting it? See, you have not been exposed, so you think, this tiny circle of people around you, that is the society. You think family, relatives, friends, and the few people, 50 or 100 people that you know, that is what the society is. No, that is not the society.
जो हमें एक पेज दिया गया था उसमें लिखा होता कि ईगो इज गिवन बाय सोसाइटी.
Yes.
तो सोसाइटी ईगो मतलब ईगो सोसाइटी के द्वारा दिया गया है, तो अगर ईगो हटा दें या फिर ईगो के बिना सोसाइटी में जो ईगो दे रही है वो कैसे रहना पॉसिबल है?
I am wearing this. This is still external, but I am free from it. Don't you see?
इसका मतलब कि सर हमें बस उतना ही कमाना चाहिए कि बस हम 3 वक्त की रोटी खा सको, उतना ही कपड़े पहनने चाहिए जो शरीर ढक सके.
See,
अलग
अगर तुम उतना ही कमा रहे हो कि 3 वक्त की रोटी खा सको, क्योंकि तुमको मैंने या समाज ने बता दिया है, then it is still a foreign influence. And if you are earning lots because your parents told you that money is good, then it is still a
ईगो.
because there is none of your understanding involved in this. The question is not about earning this much or this much. The question is about living in your intelligence, not being a slave to others.
नहीं स्लेव्स टू अदर.
सर सोसाइटी में हमने कहा दिन में 3 बार खाना चाहिए. सर जरूरी है? 4 बार भी खा सकते हैं, 2 बार भी खा सकते हैं. सर सोसाइटी ने बताया ना, हमें तो नहीं पता था ना.
See, what do you say about a man
सर शुरू से कहते हैं
who has been so deeply conditioned that he will necessarily eat 3 times a day even if his stomach is upset? He does not know who he is. He has been deeply tutored. It is very, very important to have 3 meals a day. And he keeps on having 3 meals a day even when he has diarrhea. What will become of him? A kid must be told what to eat and when to eat. But if at your age you are still dependent on others, their opinions, and you get afraid when someone tells you you are not doing the right thing. You have no eye of your own to look at yourself. Then there is a problem.
सर वो तो सोसाइटी बताती है ना कि भाई तुम कमाओगे तो तुम अच्छे हो, नहीं कमाओगे तो तुम खराब हो।
Right.
तो इससे तो फिर हमें कमाना चाहिए, कमाएंगे तो अच्छे हैं, नहीं कमाएंगे तो फिर हमारा हम क्या करेंगे?
No. Society tells you both ways. There are both the elements present in society. There are people who say that if you earn a lot, then you are surely an evil man. Haven't you seen such people? They are also there. And there are many people who say that if you don't earn, then you are a loser. If either of these dominates you, then of course you are asleep. You are allowing them to become your master.
जो भी हम करते हैं वो ईगो की वजह से करते हैं, सोसाइटी की।
Not necessarily. तुम ईगो की वजह से तब तक ही कुछ करते हो जब तक तुम ईगो को जान न लो. Not everyone. Not everybody. Many examples, but they will not exist in your circle. You see, I said that sheep are to be found with sheep and wolves are to be found with wolves. So in your circle, in your knowledge, there would be only individuals who are like you. Even if I give you the example of a Buddha, will you be able to understand a Buddha? Being what you are, can you understand the Buddha? The moment, no, you can't. To understand a Buddha, you have to become somewhat like the Buddha.
ये तो ईगो ही हो गया।
What do you mean by a Buddha? A Buddha is someone who understands things.
आपको बुद्धा, तुम बुद्धा है तभी तू बुद्धा की कुछ सीख सकता है।
You are saying then to say it's a Buddha, please appreciate, can be talked of only in the negativa. A Buddha is nobody. He is just the absence of all rubbish, absence of ego. Hence he is nobody. So when someone says I am a Buddha, he is actually saying I am not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. I have seen that all this is ego and I am none of that. This cannot be the ego, beta. To say that I am.
सर ने कहा था कि मैं हिंदू हूँ, मैं हिंदू नहीं हूँ, इसका मतलब मैं मुस्लिम नहीं हूँ, मैं क्रिश्चियन नहीं हूँ, तो मैं बुद्धा हूँ, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं हूँ, ये नहीं हूँ, ये नहीं हूँ।
तुम हो कि नहीं हो? Do you exist? Do you exist?
Yes, sir.
I am. This
Ego.
pure I am. No, this is not ego. This pure I am is what a Buddha is. I am without being anything. You are always a Hindu, a Muslim, or this and that. A Buddha is someone who is I am full stop. And that cannot be doubted. I am. Even to say I am not, I have to be some. I have to be. If there is one truth that cannot be doubted, it is that I am. A Buddha is that truth. See, again, don't go too far and too fast on this. Just stay with this much, that your mind is a sum total of external influences. And as far long as external influences exist, the mind remains confused. All its decision, whether about studies or about career or about anything, they remain confused.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, suppose we take an instance, there's a society where people live and they don't see it to be right that a man should work equally as a woman, or a woman or a female should work equally as a male. This is a society that believes this truth. A woman of the family goes against that so-called belief of that people and works as good as a man. As a result of that step that the woman has taken, she is sent to a solitary place. She's sent to a solitary place where she has to live alone on herself. Sir, does that mean our own choices, the choices that we make for ourselves, that we think are not right? Something that is prevailing in the society and we don't think it's right. If we do something against it, that what we feel is right, does that mean that we have to live alone
First
to
of
do
all,
that?
appreciate this. Just going against the society does not mean that you understand the ego. No, it does not
Sir,
mean
we
that.
know what is. Suppose we know that something that's happening, that is prevailing in the society is not right. It's not. It's against our moral
No,
grounds.
wait, no, not
तो
true.
ये
You see,
किसने
You
बताया
can
कि-
belong to one group within the society and believe the other group to be wrong. That does not mean that you are not a slave of the ego. Hindus believe Muslims to be wrong, Muslims believe Hindus to be wrong, so what? They have been taught that this is wrong, these people have been taught that that is wrong. Just going against a predominant belief or a group of people or the society as a whole does not mean that you have understood the ego.
Sir, I'm not talking about what is predominantly believed. What is sometimes people gain an inner conscience.
There is nothing called conscience, first of all. What you call as the conscience is again an instrument of the ego instilled within you.
Of what we believe is right.
Your conscience talks to you, right? There is a voice of the conscience. Does it talk in Spanish? Don't you see that it is all what you have learned so far? Whatever you have learned, that becomes your conscience. It's an instrument of the society, an internal paredar. There is no other criteria of looking at the ego except that I pay attention and understand. That's it. And what do I pay attention to? My daily routines. What do I do day in and day out? All of that. Yes.
Sir, if I say that, there is this internal thing in me that I need a Ferrari. Is it a ego? But it's not because of the society, it's not because I want to show off or something like that. It's just that I need it, I want it, eagerly. Is it a ego?
Alright, I'll take your question a little bit later.